I was right. After an agonizing wait, we finally got the blog post for Black Ops 6 Zombies, and I was completely right. Liberty Falls looks significantly better than it did before, and they even added burning cars that can't be mantled over to help with the big open spaces. So they have actively fixed, or at least have tried to fix, two of the biggest problems with Liberty Falls. They even fixed the HUD, and by default, the health bars, minimap, and damage numbers are disabled, so you don't need to go out of your way to disable them. And this just goes to show that all of this hysteria, all of this hate, all of this misinformation was completely unwarranted. The game is not doomed, and it never was. And the saddest part of all of this is that some people still think that they were in the right, that somehow what they said and did is what caused this, that these types of comments are somehow constructive, which leads me into the first part of this video. After COD Next, the community went into mass panic. People were incredibly upset, and instead of just providing critique, people were insulting each other, treating each other like garbage, saying absolutely nonsensical things, and over what? An unfinished beta build. All of you watching this that partook in this type of behavior should be ashamed of yourselves. Look at this comment. Do you think this is warranted at all? Do you genuinely think this is okay? It's not. Over a fucking beta, may I remind you, harassment is never the way, and all of you should be ashamed of yourselves for partaking in it, especially when it comes to people who just like the game. I mean, I'm serious. The people who like Black Ops 6 are not
ADHD spare fucking fans that needs everything handed to them.
They are just people who like a fucking game. The divide in the community is caused by these types of comments, and at the end of the day, it was all for nothing. And some members of the community saw the hate and they saw the confusion and they took advantage of it. This segment is dedicated to someone who all of you know I dislike, Mr. T Lexify. It wasn't just him, but he is the easiest for me to make an example out of, which is why I bring him up. This is someone who saw the hate and used it as a way to spread mass hordes of misinformation, because negativity makes the most amount of money, unfortunately. You guys know his sins. I have talked about it in this video, but at the end of the day, all of this did really nothing. All of the lying and hate and misinformation was for nothing. It was literally for nothing. And you trying to say the game is saved all of a sudden just shows me you don't have an ounce of integrity. You didn't apologize. You didn't do anything because that hurts your ego. Instead, you just blocked me on Twitter, and you have gone so far that when people even mention my video or name to you, you block them. And keep in mind, this is his own fan that he did this to, which just shows you how much he really values you. To all of the people who defend him, I need you to realize that you are nothing but a fucking number to him. Because if he did actually care, he would engage in this conversation instead of just hiding and ignoring it. He is a grade A grifter, and he should not be allowed to engage in this community. And so many people did the exact same thing he did because they think it will get them big, that they are somehow speaking the real truth when they don't even have the fucking nerve to get their facts straight. Disgusting. And I'm going to preference this as well for the millionth time, that criticism is deserved and that it's okay to be skeptical. But I think all of us can universally look back on what was said and the actions that were taken and say to ourselves that wasn't okay. It wasn't okay in the slightest, and we need to do better. But it wasn't just the community's fault. Treyarch, can we please never let content creators do our marketing for us ever again? Please. I'm serious. Why is it that content creators had to do most of the heavy lifting to advertise Terminus? Like, it's actually sad. And there's so many things people don't know that weren't stated. For example, did you know that the Pack-a-Punch moves on Terminus? I'm serious. It's such a basic thing. And when Mr. Tulloch JD talked about it to Skeptic, he thought that for some reason we just automatically knew that.
You get on the Pack-a-Punch, which is available for you, sort of rises off a platform, and there's like a lever that can send it to the top of the map, so it's outside rather than underground. And you can keep switching between, like you can activate a button for it to, the Pack-a-Punch, to move up and down. So depending if everyone is either underground or above ground and people want the Pack-a-Punch like accessible like really quick, they can call it and it moves on like a little conveyor belt thing, which is really cool.
I don't think any of you guys have said that.
I mean, like, bro is actually fucking shocked. Another thing too is that John is just human. He's allowed to make mistakes, but I'm serious when it comes to stuff like this. I don't think it's a smart idea to just throw it at content creators and expect everything to go well. Because what about the people who don't watch these people? What the fuck are they supposed to do? Some people didn't even know that Terminus existed, and that's fucking sad. At least you could have showed us something about it at COD Next, so people at least knew that the map fucking existed. Treyarch made some really goofy mistakes, and I hope they learn for next time, because a lot of the confusion was caused directly because of Treyarch's mishandling of the marketing of this game. I think everybody universally needs to do better, because for 2 months straight it has been complete and utter hell in this community. And when this game comes out, I know all of the people still bitching are gonna be praising this game anyway, and people are already doing it. Looking at the comments under John's newest video shows me the turnaround for this game, so let's stay positive and let's stop the disgusting behavior. Now we're going to talk about all the amazing things Treyarch has shown us in this blog post. Number one for me is that they have basically fixed the armor system. If you like the old shield system, there is an augment for Juggernog, which basically turns it into the original shield system, and it's fucking awesome. This has effectively made me excited for armor. Kevin Drew, you are an absolute genius. Next is the new default HUD, and it looks great. I absolutely love the character card in the bottom left. I'm a little concerned about where the hell the gobblegums are supposed to go, but if you guys don't like the placement of certain things, you can just move it around. But overall, I'm very happy with the changes. And the changes to Liberty Falls looks great. I love how smoky it looks now, and they have potentially fixed the abysmal layout. Now, for the most part, the community responded positively, but as some people always do, there is somehow still some stupid ass negativity. Look at this. You literally can't hate armor now, because now you can make the system work like the shield. They listen to you, and you can't even take enough time out of your day to actually finish the video you are watching to listen to what Treyarch has done to fix the complaints. Absolutely ridiculous. Like, for example, did you guys notice that the Wonder Fizz was nowhere to be found? Like, I genuinely think they might have taken it out of the game, given that it used to be on this rooftop, but now it's just gone. And for some people, the Liberty Falls changes aren't enough, and I can somewhat understand that, but either way, the map is just not intended for hardcore players. It's going to be nowhere near as fleshed out as Terminus. It's like comparing the Giant to Shadows of Evil. Like, that's the type of disparity between the maps that we're getting. And the next stupid ass complaint is still about the HUD, and it's actually annoying at this point. Yes, they didn't do that much, but what they did do is enough. Like, the character card is fantastic in the bottom left, the perks are actually closer together, and they even increase the saturation of the round counter. It's nothing crazy, but it looks good, and people are still just saying that it looks like the Warzone HUD. Like, come on, man, give it up already. It's never enough for some people, and it's annoying. You could give these people Black Ops 3 Remastered, and they would still be unhappy. Like, that is just how ridiculous the Call of Duty community actually is. The point of this video is to show and poke fun at the clear hypocrisy in this community and the mistakes Treyarch have made. I hope all of us can learn from this experience and hop into Black Ops 6 Zombies and have fun. Anyway, bye. Okay, this was supposed to be where the video ended, but to absolutely nobody's surprise, this fucking grifter actually responded.
And today, I just wanted to take a second to really just go over it, because one of the biggest complaints I had in my last video was, oh, you're not paying attention to the Call of Duty blogs, you're saying misinformation. Bro, y'all literally are actually wild.
That's kind of funny. I don't know how we're wild, because that's literally what you did. Like, I'm serious, that's literally what you did. But you basically lied. Like, you said things as if they were the case when they weren't. And if you're gonna make a 40-minute long video, basically doom spamming the fucking game, and not know what the hell you're talking about, no one's gonna take you seriously, in which nobody has. So you can try to blow it off and make fun of it or whatever the fuck, but that's what you did.
Honestly, mainly it's just Twitter goblins. But
am I a Twitter goblin to you? Is your own fucking fans a Twitter goblin to you? That's what I'm saying, is you openly spread misinformation. People called you out on it, and the people who did are just a bunch of Twitter goblins, and that's it. I'm sorry, but you can go fuck yourself, Lex. This shows me that you have nothing but a massive ego that you will not let go. The fact you can't even omit that you did a wrong and instead try to dumb down the people who are actually criticizing you is fucking crazy to me. You are a grade A grifter and you disgust me fully. Anyway, bye.